Hi gang, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to share with you a couple of things that I've been reading this week. Answer the question, if you're looking for more time after all of this quarantine, if you've been, enjoying some of the time that you have for yourself, how do we make that happen? One of the stories in Matthew really struck me. Basically, Jesus is telling this parable, and he's talking about how the kingdom of heaven can be illustrated by the story of a man going on a long trip. And he called together his servants, and he entrusted his money to them when he was gone. And he gave one 5 bags of silver, one 2 bags of silver, and one 1 bag of silver. The servant who received 5 bags of silver invested it and got 5 more. The servant with 2 bags of silver went to work and earned 2 more. And the servant with 1 bag of silver buried it and just was able to hide it and keep it during that time. So when the master comes back, the first servant shows, I was able to invest it, get 5 more bags. And the master was overjoyed and said, I'm going to give you so much more responsibility. And then the second servant showed him, I got 2 more bags by working. The master was overjoyed, said, I'm going to give you more responsibility. Let's celebrate. And the third one said, I was afraid I was going to lose your money, so I hid it in the earth, and here it is back to you. And the master was upset, looked at it as a missed opportunity, actually ordered the bag of money to be taken from this one servant and given to the servant that had the 10 bags of money. But he says, and this is Matthew 25:29, to those who use well what they are given, even more will be given, and they will have an abundance. But from those who do nothing, even what little they have will be taken away. And I think that that relates so much to this use of time today. We all at this point have so much time. Even if we're still working from home or we're still working out where in our places of work, right? I mean, there's people working in hospitals and grocery stores all over the place. With few exceptions, even if that's still the case, you still probably have more time than normally. There's no classes, no gyms, no social activities, and obviously a lot of us are just home, period, and have lots of time. And time or money doesn't matter. Same thing, same type of resource here. If you use well what you are given during this time, God is going to give you more. That's what Jesus is saying right here. And those that do nothing, even what little they have will be taken away. So I'm reflecting at how am I spending this time during the quarantine, and am I really making use of it to where Jesus would be proud and he's going to bless me with more time post-quarantine. I'm looking at, okay, how much time am I giving to God daily? Am I reading the Bible daily and praying daily now that I have so much time to do so, right? Or am I being foolish with my time? Am I staying present with my family? Am I doing certain project, whatever, that do well with time, that those who use well what is given, that's open to interpretation, right? But I look at it like, would Jesus be proud of the way that I am spending my time in this quarantine? And if the answer is yes, what he is telling me is that after this is all over, he is going to give me more time. And if he's not, it says what little they have will be taken away. Now, I read that and I immediately thought of time based on what's happening. But that really obviously is also talking about money, or is talking about money. And I'm also going to take this time to audit my finances in the same way. I don't know about you guys, but if this quarantine has taught me anything, It's taught me that it's better to save than spend. And obviously there are plenty of times in our lives where we don't necessarily live by that. And so as I'm reading that, I'm realizing if I needed another sign to take a look at how much I save versus how much I spend, you know, that's really the icing on the cake besides everything that's going on in the world right now, which is that if I'm smart with the money that God is giving me, then He is going to give me more. And if I'm not, then what little they have will be taken away. Just some simple, quick, easy thoughts as I read that and I had that revelation. I really wanted to share that with you guys. Everybody have an awesome day. I hope you're spending your time well, whatever you define as well. Have a great day, guys.